Hello, everybody, and welcome back to From This Point Forward, a Buffalo Sabres comedy podcast. I'm back as a season ticket holder. The Sabres are good. They're good. We can say that. Maybe even better than good. Olympics are here. We got so much to talk about. Looking forward to it. Let's go.
Acknowledge the fact that in one of your favorite movies of all time, you thought the slogan was "Ducks quack forever" instead of "Ducks fly together."
No,
It's
you also
bad.
think they live in wells. It's the whole theme of the movie, Lou. But he had the duck call.
They go quack.
It would be Malcolm Subban, mostly because that one season where instead of letting him play for the Sabres for the last game of the year, they had him sing the national anthem. And it was a real, like, you're under contract, the season is over. We know you've only gotten to be up here a couple of times. How about you come back up here? Oh, great, I'll put my pads in the car. No. You won't need them. Just make sure you warm up the pipes when you're driving down the 90.
Mitch Marner.
You heard it, Mitch. If you want to sign here, you can drill Ryan's mom.
What is up, guys? I did bury the lead. I talked about all the things that we were going to talk about today, but obviously not the most important. We are going to spend a half hour or so on the halftime show last night. How would you guys think of Bad Bunny? I loved it. Also,
Wait, no. Kid Rock was the halftime show.
I did. I forgot. Obviously, I'm sorry.
Speaking of Kid Rock, do you guys know that he is one of the only celebrities that I have just a picture with randomly? So when I went to the PGA Championship in Rochester at Oak Hill, he was just walking around. So I spotted him and took a picture with him. So unless it's the greatest impersonator in the world, I have a picture with Kid Rock. So
I was there that weekend and did not hear that he was there, did not see anybody. That would be incredible if you just have a picture of some guy that was posing to be Kid Rock. No, great. I enjoyed the actual halftime show, not the Super Bowl at all. That was horrible. But it did drive me, because I know all the controversy surrounding around it. It did drive me to like spend some time after the game looking at old halftime shows. Incredible for sure. Not in my top five. Like Shakira and what was her name? Shakira and J-Lo. Yeah. Whoa, dude! I went back and you drafted it in our draft on our other podcast, and it made me look back at it the other day or after the Super Bowl yesterday. Cinema. That was, I think that's number one. I think that's number one in my book. Real quick, Chris, you didn't partake in our draft. You got a number one right off the top of your head.
Number one off the top of my head is Prince.
Yeah.
Easy pick.
Yeah, I think that's got to be it. It was just, during Purple Rain, it's raining. Come on. That's like God just being like, that's pretty great. All right. Well, that was fun. That's the show. That was it. We just wanted to get everybody's Bad Bunny opinions. We have a lot. We'll start here. Yeah, I am back. We'll get right there. I got set back in. I see Chris, my first game back, And he legitimately goes, "You didn't get anything. You just bought the regular 5-game pack, didn't you?" I go, "Yeah, I sure did." I out kicked. I played my cards too hard. And then it got to be the deadline of taking advantage of the deal that they had out there, and I go, I got to take it now. I got to take it. And then I saw my tool bag, and I'm gonna say that I know I've gotten a lot of trouble for saying too much on this podcast. He's a tool bag. Saw my tool bag, whatever account manager walking around thinking he's all cool, and he saw me. He knew I'm back there, but he didn't come and stop by and say hello. So you know what? I didn't need you. I didn't need your help. I'm just here because I love the team. And they lost immediately and welcomed me back with the type of results that I've seen in the last 14 years. So let's hope I'm not the mush. Let's hope that success comes with this. But yeah, I'm excited to be back in the building. Environment has been, I mean, Chris, you've been way more than I have this year. I mean, I've been to 3 games last month. Even the Montreal game where we were, out muscled 70-30, probably. Still fun as hell.
Atmosphere has been incredible.
Yeah,
for the last month, easy.
Can I get your opinion on that real quick? Is like, I felt some form of way with that. I know like Darlene after the game was like, hope that's not what we see next time, or whatever. It's like, have a little bit of self-awareness, bro. Like, one, I mean, it's not like it was a Saturday. Like, these guys are the Saturday late in the season. These Montreal fans were planning that trip for months. They were buying them in September, probably for $25 when nobody wanted the ticket for the Sabres. And so, like, I don't blame them at all for filling that arena. It's not like he made it seem like the way he sounded was like the Sabres fans were selling the tickets. Like, we don't have the tickets to sell. There weren't season holders until 3 weeks ago when they did this big push of trying to get people back in. So, like, I get it. I've never seen it like that. Years and years of Toronto, coming in here and invading the stadium and making it like 50-50. I've never seen it like that. I mean, that was pretty insane.
I mean, it's not like the past few seasons, especially late in the year when we do have those Toronto or Pittsburgh or Montreal games, teams that travel well, even when, we do have a pretty good fan base. It's not like it isn't always a 50-50 battle, at least in those games. It kind of sucks when you're riding this wave and it's been so good at home, especially that was like the 6th or 7th straight home sellout that they had. So, like, I get in the moment right after the game being like, this kind of sucks, but grow up, dude.
To me though, I see it more as a nod to the fans in the sense of like a challenge. Like he by acknowledging that he didn't like
that's a good point.
That there's majority Montreal fans. I think they're saying like, hey, listen, when it's all you guys, when it's all of us, it helps. So, and that's truly what we want to believe. I do think it matters. And I also do remember even going to games in the, like early 2000s and, Philly, Montreal especially. Montreal would always take over. It felt like always take over the arena. And the only difference is that when our team was really terrible for years, it's not as noticeable when it's filled with only 30 to 40% Canadians fans, because there's no Sabres fans, right? It's like it's only them. But when it's also us, I think it'd be maybe amplifies it a little bit.
Yeah, I think you just made it a decent point there that I didn't think of. As far as like, okay, sure, like we get why this happened and why that's it. Next time, why don't we, why don't you try to get into the arena a little bit more? That's cool. I get that. But you're never gonna get. They are the worst human beings. I just like, I mean, Toronto, and I said this since like the early 2000s too, where like when I was at those games, where Toronto was always more populated with the other team, like that it was always 50-50. The Montreal games would be maybe 30% or whatever Montreal, but it's insane how many more fights, how many more arrogant, ignorant people there are at these Montreal games than Toronto. I don't know what it is, but they are not likable people and really shitty. I think it's like also the whole Olay chant and all that stuff is very taunting. Like, the Toronto has the regular go Leafs go and, let's go Buffalo. It's the regular chant. Olay, Olay, Olay feels like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Like they're doing it to us. And that kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. So I think maybe that is why.
Don't you like hating a fan base again? I mean, I
yes.
watched this again. I miss this. I miss caring about, somebody else in like a different jersey, getting in my face. I used to never care about that because it never would happen because we're finishing 30th. So
yes.
Yeah.
It feels good. It feels good to hear our goalie get, the chant of their last name, and it was like, all right, well, that means their goalie's good, I think, right? I think when you hate us, that means they're good. So that's good. Yeah, it's an environment that I am very excited to be a part of here the rest of the way. Chris will want to hit me here with my mushness, but 90-something%, to make the playoffs now. Like it feels like we're going to get it. And Chris, leave me alone.
Not since you re-signed. That's not the trade deadline we were looking for from Yarmo.
It is funny. I signed back up and it went from 94% to 80. What's that? Why did it go down so much the next day? That seemed weird. No, we'll be all right. I think we'll be there for some hockey games and so many. It's insane. I know that's the joke, but it's so true that there are diehard Sabres fans that will be, and you could give that to them. Like, you don't want to call, I don't want to call a 9-year-old a diehard. I mean, guys are diehard Sabres fans in their 20s will be going to their first playoff game. It's insane. They won't be going with me though, because they probably don't want to, but I am now a season ticket holder. They're going to have to pay for their ways in. Let's do a little bit before we get into the Olympic talk, which I'm fucking stoked for. So I'm really excited to talk about the Olympics altogether. Like I can do, I want to turn this into just an Olympic podcast daily. We'll talk daily Olympic hockey through the whole Olympics. I'm ready. But let's talk a little bit Sabres. We didn't do like half your awards when we got there, mostly because I probably couldn't do the math to realize when we were at the half point of the year. But here we are. It feels like an important time to reflect on what we've done so far. We got a little bit of a break. Let's start with the Sabres. Should we go backwards? Let's go backwards. Let's do the top play or moment of the year so far for you, and I will start with Ryan.
Well, it's got to be for me one of the win streaks. And can I just call it that, use a multi, does it have to be a singular moment or can it just be like a streak?
We're talking about, because I mean a moment. I would like a moment here because I didn't think anybody was going to find maybe a specific play. Maybe Chris has got one. I know I got a little bit of a thing there, but yeah, I mean, at least a moment maybe in the streak where you felt like it was real. Or let me start with Chris.
I have it queued up. It was the Alex Tuck strip steal score from the Oilers game to start the streak on that West Coast trip in overtime. Up 3-0, goes to overtime. They don't look good for that first 45 seconds of overtime, and then they pull it off, and then we're off to the races after that. That huge moment for where the season was going to go.
Right, you collect one yet?
Yeah, I guess I have one, and I'm biased because I don't go to as many games as Chris has gone to this year, and now Louis is gonna get back in on. But I'll go just with 05-06 reunion night. I thought was basically perfect, and it's also during that streak, and it's an important game, and they win it, and just the release from that, just everything, it was a perfect night. So that's my favorite moment of the season so far.
I like that. I'm going to go with, I'll say this. I did kind of, if we're going to talk about game, and I think we've talked about this on the podcast, is I wanted to find a moment within that Stars game. I was busy that night, and so I didn't catch it live. So I think when you're talking a moment, you almost felt it in the moment, so to speak, where you're like, oh, fuck, this is it. This is real. And I don't know if you could really even, obviously I went back and watched that game, but I don't even know if you could have said at a moment besides, the final whistle where, you were like, oh yeah, this is real. I think that was the game where I felt like it was real. The moment I want to kind of acknowledge where it made me feel like this team was different was Tage going after Nosen, right? The Nosen where he picked that he had to go back and be the one to fight and answer his battle from last year after the bad hit on him, and then all the Samuelson discourse and about how he didn't stick up for him and all that. Tage basically later on in the offseason kind of called him out, and he's become an absolute monster since. And I don't know if you guys listened to his interview on Spit Chicklets, but he did say Sammy went up to him that day and was like, I got this tonight. And he was like, no, I need to, and I kind of respect the shit out of that. I kind of, that's our bread and butter. That's our star player. He did get a little salty that no one else kind of stuck up for him. And I just think it was a pretty big leadership moment in a era where we have not seen a lot of that, and that our captain is flying overseas mid-season. Okay, I'll just say that. That was my moment of the year. All right, let's go to. I know I will start with you this one, Ryan, because I know that you have this one queued up. The fuck this guy award, and it's the guy that you've said too much. Fuck this guy. Rye, I feel like you may have said it 100 times on this podcast, so we will just let you go ahead and name Peyton Krebs.
Yeah, our audience is going to have to be careful. This is not a weekly segment. It's just a one-time thing here, but I'm going to just say, fuck Peyton Krebs. All right. I will say this. The last game that he played, he had that great assist that I think it was to Doan, right? Backdoor.
2 games ago. That was right
2
before.
games ago. Right. Yeah. He had a great game. So I'll give him that. But just more times than not, he frustrates the hell out of me. I feel like he's ineffective out there. He's stat padding with empty net goals just to piss me off. It's a great bit. I got to give him credit. It's a great bit, but it's very frustrating.
Chris.
I mean, I feel like it's so visceral with Ryan with the Peyton Krebs thing. I almost don't have a fuck this guy right now this year. I don't know if there's anybody on this. Does it have to be on the team?
How do you not pick Eric Stahl for this?
Missing person, Eric Stahl.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, a guy that's on the roster for sure.
I mean, I don't.
Look at you, Mr. Positivity over here. They win a few
Jacob
games.
Bryson, because he can't play more than 6 minutes a night. Like, I don't know.
And he should not hope. I need to believe that will be the last time we see Jacob Bryson playing hockey in a Sabres uniform this year. I hope.
Do you know? Every time I see Jacob Bryson, who I think of the
Nathan Page.
No, I think of the little brother from the Righteous Gemstones. Like, what's that guy's name? From He kind of looks like him. I can't.
Adam Devine.
Adam Devine.
Yeah, that guy.
That's really funny. No, I hope and believe that will be, the last time that we see Jacob Bryson play, unless we are in a Jay McKee type of situation, down to an 8th or 9th defenseman, because that was we're even early in the year where he was forcing it sometimes. There were some times where I was like, he's not brutal. He's not the worst thing ever. You didn't hear his name a lot. That's always a good sign for a defenseman. But the other day, I mean, him and my fuck this guy, who is going to be Kesserlane, we had a horrible day. And obviously, like, listen, I want to give him all the excuses that we would all give him. He's been in and out, new system. Injuries still might be lingering. You know how hockey players are. They will play with a broken groin. Can you break a groin? But they'll play with whatever. I'm sure he is playing to a little. I mean, even the career thing, you would be thinking, like, at this point is like, I gotta get involved in this. Like, I'm losing. His team's going somewhere, and I might not be part of the plans if I don't get in. Maybe there's some of that, but he definitely looks not what he was billed to be, not what I thought after, like, watching him. And then the biggest thing is that, like, you do get the Doan part, right? Like, you do get the Doan part, right? And where some people might be like, oh, that makes it easier to handle with. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that if I was winning $10,000 and then I only ended up winning $100, like in a DFS tournament or something, I just lost $9,900. I didn't win $100. That's how I feel with this. Like, I'm even more mad that Castelline's not working out, because that trade would have been known as, the robbery of the century if Castelline turns out to be something on top of Doan. So I'm not dead on him yet. Obviously, like, I don't think there's even enough here, and enough have been healthy to even make. But man, I hope he fucking pans out, because this team needs it too. I mean, this team needs. I mean, they don't have. I know a lot of teams aren't like great on their 5th and 6th defensemen, but, like, they don't have guys that they can put out there, like you said, for even 6 minutes. They're playing the top 4 all 30 minutes plus a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all playing close to 30 minutes, every single one of the top 4. These 5th and 6th guys, no matter who they are, whether it be Metza or whatever, they're going out there and playing, 5-6 minutes. So they need to find somebody to eat up those things. The one thing I like about it, not to go too far away from what we're doing here, but that is to me the easiest thing to, like, acquire at the deadline. Just name your veteran depth defenseman, go throw somebody a 5th rounder. Rasmus Ristolainen, anybody? Love it, by the way. Love it. As your 5th defenseman playing 12 minutes a game, you wouldn't like it?
No, absolutely not. That's 12 minutes that I have to hold my breath for us to get pounded with shots and negative goal differential. It's going to be terrible. No way. I don't want it.
Whatever. Let's move on.
Plus, he spent the past 4 years in Philly. You think he's going to get less sufferable than what he already is? I mean, come on. He's in Philly. He's surrounded by the worst people in the planet.
Yeah. Well, them and Montreal fans, don't forget. All right, let's move on. Let's do unsung hero And for this one, I will start with Chris, who is the unsung hero so far for the Sabres.
This is a little bit of a tough one for me because I don't think the two names that came to mind are conventional unsung heroes. But I'm going with Zach Benson. His two injury stints have been insanely noticeable in how this team plays. And I know he's not a huge goal scorer, and apparently some fans are really mad about that. But I just think his style of play, the intangibles that he seems to put into the people that play around him, I think it's one of those things that often goes overlooked. They are 28-10-4 with him in the lineup. They're 4-9-2 without him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because of that stat, he would have been. We're going to do MVP here in a couple questions. He would have been my third guy on my list. A little bit of a spoiler alert here. He didn't win it for me, but he is up there for MVP. So I love him to fit into this unsung hero here. Almost like almost to the point where like he I guess he didn't fit here for me because he's almost like too good to be considered an unsung hero. But to your point, there are some haters and people out there that don't see, I think, his true worth, and that record alone is really showing it. Rye?
I think that's the right pick. If I had my first choice, I would also go with Benson. So nice pick there, Chris. But just to be different and give a different perspective, I'm going to go Ryan McLeod. I think he's somebody that is so important to what the team is doing. And, you look at after bringing him in and, he does all the little things right. His point production is really solid this year, despite not having a ton of shots, because he's more of a distributor, but he really can move the puck. He drives possession. He is an agitator out there. He's just pesky. He's always around the puck. I feel a lot of confidence when he's on the ice. He's a really good two-way player. And so some of the things that we just talked about with Benson that he doesn't get credit for, I think McLeod does a lot of similar things, not, different style game, but close enough for me. And so that's why I would pick McLeod as my unsung hero.
That was my number 2. That's who I had the coin toss with.
I like that a lot too. And I didn't land on him, but as you were talking, I kind of thought about how many times this year, and it stays pretty consistent, I believe, when Zucker's in the lineup. I think it's pretty much been him and Zucker the whole year. There's a lot of him, Zucker, and Tuck. But I feel like every game Zucker's played, he's played on McLeod's wing. I might be wrong there. But how many times I've said no matter who's on that right wing with them, it's like, well, you can't break these three guys up. And then, and that I think really speaks for McLeod, and exactly what you said, like what he does for this team is, he really solidifies a third line, especially when Zucker's in, the lineup, because those two have pretty much been tied together. And then, like I said, it's almost like whoever works into that right wing, I'm like, well, they can't break these three guys up, and then they do, and another guy goes there, and it just keeps going. So, and honestly, the improvement that this team has had on the penalty kill, I don't know if there's, well, I do know that there's one more responsible person, and I'll be talking about him here shortly. But he's the second best penalty killer on the team by far, and the speed that he brings, has allotted them a lot of shorthanded chances. I love McLeod there. That's really good. I went with Alex Lyon, and again, we've talked about this. Just a lot of luck is flowing his way a little bit. The whole good players provide good luck type of thing and whatever. I just think he was the exact thing this team needed, was just like a steady veteran guy that did not get too he doesn't get too this whole team just kind of over the last 5 years, we just watch them like give up on games when things have started wrong. And, we saw a great example the other day where he gets down early, he gets it back together, and they come back and win. And so he really, I feel like, has been a real steady thing for this team. And the more I watch Ellis play, although he had a great game his last game out, he looked really good. But like the more I watch him play, I'm like, I don't want to see him play. And if it was him in UPL and then this UPL injury came, like this team would have been in some real shit. So glad to have Lyon here. I think, like I said, I think he's getting a lot of puck luck, and sometimes that just happens, whatever. But I think he was a really good pickup here, and also like don't mind if you take advantage of how he's looking with the puck luck and send him out, and thank you for your service, and you're the guy that goes, like whatever.
No
What's
way.
that?
No
I
way.
don't think so. I don't think that
You
they do.
can't. Not right now. You got to.
Not with UPL. You would have to make sure UPL is 100% back to health.
But even with him, like, why the rush out anymore, right? They have a good. I kind of like the 3 goalie system for this team because none of them is individually good enough to trust for any long stretch of time anyway. So, I think it's the best system that we've had in a long time because each of the 3 guys can handle a third of the work, and so I think for me. Lyon is. I understand your reasoning. I agree with your point. I also think he's close. He could be closer to team MVP than unsung hero, right? Like he legitimately is a really big reason. Not just I get puck luck, everything like that, but he's a huge reason for the team's success. So obviously we all agree on that.
Yeah. All right, we gotta maybe speed up a little bit here. I didn't realize we were gonna be all right. Ryan. Most likely to be traded by the deadline.
Well, as the audience may recall from our previous week's discussions, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to give in a little bit here and admit that I do not expect Alex Tuck to be traded after telling everybody that he expects to win the Stanley Cup with this team. So I don't think you ship that guy out. I'm also not going to pick Jack Quinn because he could have been an unsung hero too. I think he's had a really solid year. I don't think that they're looking to ship him out. I guess what I would say is it would be like a surprise move that maybe Yarmo doesn't have ties to. And I'll just say Jordan Greenway. I don't know what his opinion is of Jordan Greenway, but I don't really like him. So I hope Yarmo is smart and doesn't like him too. I'm just going to say Greenway gets shipped out in kind of a surprise deal. And maybe it's to free up a spot for somebody else that comes in or just, healthy. On the back end, Roseanne looks good and earns that spot and keeps it. So I'll throw a dart out there. But if anything, guys, I truly expect like adding pieces and not really shipping out. I know they have a log jam at certain positions and they have a lot of guys, but whether it be for injuries or whatnot, I think they're going to be trying to flip, depth and youth and picks for win now type guys.
Plumer.
I do think it's going to be Jack Quinn. I think there's so many guys who can step up into the role that he's providing, who also provide a little bit of more support in the defensive zone. I think that is the direction of this team right now. And Quinn's had mostly good games over the past few weeks. But I just think you can replace him with younger guys. He's still got decent value. If you're looking for those depth moves, I think that's the kind of guy who's hovering in a mid-lower lineup spot that you can. He's not helping the power play. It's not like he's doing anything that anybody else on the team can't do right now. So he's who I have my eyes on.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's who my guy is. I kind of disagree, Rye. where he has had a few games, and even that obviously has emerged him to at least be the next guy that they try on power play one. I do think that is maybe a little bit of a showcase thing too, like knowing that he might be the guy to go, plus knowing that, not for nothing, it's not like anything else is working there, and he does have that goal scoring ability. He just is too much of a defensive liability most games. He doesn't show up a lot of games, like where you just don't even notice him on the ice. I can't imagine that he is a big core piece of that, like, leadership core of this team, and I wouldn't be shocked if he was one of the ones that they may have told Yarmo, like, this is a guy to, like, just watch, and has problems sometimes showing up to the rink every day. So what's his value? Like, I joked around about it with the Russ thing. Like, I don't think he was really a big part of that when I talked about Oslin in the first. I think Quinn might be worth like a 3, but maybe that also is, oh yeah, he's garbage, dude.
No,
I'm telling you right now.
You guys are crazy. No. You were ready to sell Noah Oslin and Jack Quinn and a pick for Brian Russ. Let's not forget that. All right?
Let's not forget that. But what I'm saying is that Quinn in that part was nothing. Like, he's nothing. He might get you a depth defenseman back if you're looking to get something for this year. I kind of agree with Plumer that you get rid of him for whatever draft pick you could get rid of him for, and then you're freeing up a spot for the guy that you're going to acquire, because I just think there's going to get a point here that Yarmo is just going to have to walk away with guys that aren't quote unquote his guys that he doesn't see. And, those spots are filling up, and Rosen doesn't have a spot if there's not 3 trades. I mean, Rosen's only playing these last couple games because of a couple injuries up front. So, like,
I just think you guys have the wrong read on Quinn. I think they like him, and I think they want him a part of the piece. He's a good middle six guy, because he can actually. Yes, he has to improve defensively, but, like, he's, I don't know. To me, he has like 120 something shots this year, which is pretty good for a winger that's playing, mostly third line minutes, and I guess some power play, but I don't know. He's a nice piece for me. I'm not rushing to move him. He has a ridiculous shot. I think he's worth well more than a 3rd round pick. So if that helps make it a worthwhile trade, then so be it. But I think he's worth more than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm not necessarily saying that that's like the trade I would want. It's just like that, to just free up the space and take a pick and just call it a loss. Like, I don't necessarily want that. But if he's like I don't feel like he's the 1-for-1 for a guy that can, like, really help your team. I think he's the cherry on the top with another pick or player that maybe get a guy. Like, he's the throw-in. I think he's the dome, and again, that might work, right? But for me, it was Doan was the throw-in on that Paterka deal, and it worked. And I'm not saying that Quinn can't go work somewhere. I think he is, to Plumer's point, just like there's so many guys on this team that are Jack Quinn. I mean, there's just small guys that aren't very physical that can score a decent amount. Like, that needs to change somewhere and become this type of player.
You just created 25 Jack Quinns.
All right.
An entire team of Jack Quinns.
Last one. I don't know who I started with. I started with Ryan because he did the dumb thing. So Plumer, let's go team MVP.
I mean, do we even have to discuss this? I think we should all just say the name of the guy that we bullied into being a top 5 defenseman in the entire NHL.
We are talking Mikkel Samuelsson, right?
Michael Samuelsson? Mikey Samuelsson? Yeah, I'm talking about Michael.
Okay. All right. I want to make sure that that's what we're talking about. Is that serious? Are you serious? Who are we talking about?
I mean, Matthias Samuelsson is team MVP for me.
Yes. I'm already raising my hand, telling you I'm second. 100%. There's not even an ounce of doubt this year. He's by far. Go ahead. You say your things. Go
Outside
ahead.
of those first 3 games, I was so mad that we didn't buy him out, and then whatever happened, and he was a rock to steady this boat at times where things were not going well. Darlene's going through all his stuff. He was clearly not himself for a majority of the early part of the season. Samuelson's there for it. Nights where they need somebody to jump up front, he's there for it. He's throwing bodies around. He's getting in. He's playing below the goal line for like a significant portion of a shift. He's doing things that I don't think any of us thought he would ever be capable of doing. He's doing them well. And it feels like anytime they need something from a defenseman, he is there.
Yeah, I'm just going to second it before we go to Ryan because it does not look like he's going to make it a three-way anonymous. Jesus Christ. I think he has been. I mean, I was going to say there could have been a best improved category, but I didn't even do it because I wanted to get right there for him for MVP because he is. I mean. Tage is obviously a close second, and he does things that he's our best goal scorer by far. All this stuff, but like Samuelson is the reason why this team is where it's at, and there's no doubt about it. And if you took him out, it would be if you took him out, and if you took Tage out for 10 games, I'm telling you they'd win more games without Tage than they would without Samuelson, the way that this team has been going, and really the defensive game has been around him. So I'm surprised that one of you guys agreed with me, but I feel validated. Ryan.
No, I don't think you should be surprised at all. I do think that's probably conventional wisdom right now, is that Samuelson is the most valuable player. And I'm not going to push back on it too hard. I think it's a valid, totally fair choice. I'm just going to pick Josh Stone because I think he's the best player. And I do think also he fills a role that we very clearly did not have last year. So if I'm trying to assess, what do we have now that we didn't have before and why is everything different? I think Samuelson, I think it helps. But I also wonder, and I get this year he's on a different level. So maybe the answer is yes, it would make a difference. But would it really make a difference if we have Darlene clicking, Byram clicking, and, like our boy Kesselring? I don't think I want to start calling him our boy, maybe just Louis' boy.
Mason Geertsen is our boy.
Right, he is. That's true. Fair enough. But, that's what I wonder. So, I think Samuelson makes a ton of sense. I just want to put a vote out there for Doan because I think what he does for the team, he's like McLeod 2.0, right? He is just like he has that extra offensive, I think, ability that McLeod doesn't bring, but he has that all-around game that changes the way that the Sabres the results are going. So Josh Stone's my pick.
I don't hate that. I think that there's some justification for 4 guys, and it would have been Sammy, Tage, Benson, and then Doan for me. But I
think Tuck deserves credit there too. I do. He's
had a pretty decent year.
I'm coming around on him a little bit, but I just don't want to pay him. So if it's a rental and then you let him go, I guess just don't pay him money.
It's crazy that our world-class star defenseman was not even seemed like even in our top 5 consideration there, and
I'm not worried.
I'm not worried about him either. No, I definitely really think it's personal related, and I think when this starts really picking up and he starts really realizing that they're on the cusp of something really great here. I mean, I can't wait to watch him in the first playoff game. He's going to be, I mean, just imagine how much he's going to be flying and hit. And I think he's just battling some personal shit. And we're going to get into the Olympics here. Any like, you guys surprised at all with his personal shit that he's going?
No.
They take it, they take it so seriously, not to call Europeans they. It's probably racist, but like, I feel like Europeans probably take the Olympic Games more serious than, anybody outside of the Canadians, maybe. And I think it's just important for him, but it's just a little surprising. He'd have a few weeks here maybe to go, and we don't know. We don't know how serious the situation is, if it's getting better or getting worse. But I was just wondering.
Vaughn did, go to the Olympics with no ACL, so I wouldn't really question her, and she's American.
Yeah. That was, and
that worked out. About hockey, okay, all right.
That worked out great for her. I don't know. Spoiler alert. I don't know if you've been watching Peacock the last couple of days, but don't if you're a Lindsey Vonn fan.
They opened with that in the highlight package after the Super Bowl yesterday.
Yeah,
incredible stuff.
That is actually kind of a bad move. That would be like One Shining Moment, the year of Kevin Ware's injury. They just like replayed that at the beginning of
every year the opening they show Greg Louganis. That's it. They're just their go-to packages. All right. Well, let's do a little bit of fun. Are you guys on a real tight time frame here, because we're running late? But you gonna be good 15 minutes maybe extra or no?
Well, I mean, now we're just dragging time out.
I know. Well, because I want to know what I want to cut, but let's do this. This is fun. Okay, real quick, because we're so good at power rankings here, and you guys would not let me get. You guys got Edmonton all the way up to number one when I said they shouldn't even be a playoff team, and they are not good this year. By the way, I just want to keep on saying as much as I can as a winner. But let's start. Can we all agree that the worst team in the Olympics is the host, Italy? Number 12, yes?
I don't know if I'd put them that low.
Come on. Come on. Yes, right?
Yes, they are.
Ryan Muir. All right. I can tell right now where Ryan Muir doesn't know anything about this Italian team. He doesn't even know who else 12. So I'm going to name some guys, and you're going to tell me if they are a member of the Italian Olympic roster. Okay. Let's start with
either somebody from the hockey team or a Goodfellas cast member.
That's exactly it. It is Italian movie cast members. Okay. Let's start with Sal Bonpensiero. Sal Bonpensiero.
No, he's not.
That's Big Pussy.
That is Big Pussy from The Sopranos. Okay, let's go. Luca Frigo.
Oh yeah, that guy. That's the first name you pulled off the roster.
Chris.
I'll go with that. Yeah, Italian hockey player.
Both right. Italian hockey player. All right, let's get a little harder here. Tommaso De Luca.
That is Luca Frisco's son. That's why it's Tommaso De Luca. So I'm going to say hockey player.
I'm going to go with the restaurant owner from Kicking and Screaming that had the
he is a hockey player. Chris was right. All right, next one, Don Finucci.
Oh, that sounds like too much like a name.
That's a Godfather 2.
That is Godfather 2. I wasn't gonna. I couldn't see Ryan, and I didn't know if I wanted to give him a chance. But yes, it was Godfather 2. I couldn't.
He also said that sounds too much like.
All right, Alessandro Segafredo.
You're having way too much fun saying that name.
Yeah. So much fun. I was not going to cut this bit. That's why I asked if you guys could stay long.
I'm going to go hockey player.
I'm going to try to get a point here. I'm going to go I can't think of another one offhand. No, it's not a hockey player though.
It is a hockey player. Plumer up 2. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to just do 2 more. I have 4 more, but I got to move on here. Let's do Lorenzo Anello.
No, that's a mob boss from something.
Yeah, I believe that is also
That is De Niro's role in The Bronx Tale. He had the dad, C's dad. Eddie
he was
Bush.
actually a civilian. He wasn't in the mob.
Yes, he was not in the mob. He was just a civilian. And then let's go to Giuseppe Masseria.
Oh yeah, he's the butterfly goalie, right? Hybrid butterfly style goalie.
Giuseppe Masseria.
Yeah.
Mobster
from the Boardwalk Empire. Plumer rocked that.
I hate Italians, but I love the mob.
We all hate ourselves. Don't worry about it. 11. Can I get you all to get on France? Team France, 11. Anybody had any different one in their power rankings?
Yeah, I think honestly, if push came to shove, I would have voted for them last because at least the Italians could carb load,
Team France has Andre Texier from the Canadiens, so even more so why I wanted to.
Who the hell is that?
Exactly.
I just assumed that the French could sneak in the Quebecois to fill out their roster, so I actually would have put them probably at like 7.
Well, good. We're gonna be good with keeping them 11. I'll give you the next win, but okay. Real quick, and this is the last one. We're not gonna do this for every team. Is this a French hockey player or a clothes designer? A French clothes designer. Louis Vuitton.
Not Louis Vuitton. It's not. You didn't mispronounce
that. Udon.
Yeah, he's a hockey player.
Hockey player, yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Lucien Lelong.
No, that's a shirt company.
I assume more fragrance.
I don't know, but he is a French designer. You guys are both right. Oh man, Florian Chakachvili.
Oh, hockey player for sure. I can see that on a jersey already.
He's a sneaky Italian hockey player who fled to France.
He is a hockey player. He's got to be Italian, right? With that name. Stefan De Costa.
Yeah, that's a designer.
Player.
And last one. Let's do Andre Courageous.
Player.
He's got a famous art gallery.
He is a designer. So, okay. All right. That was fun. So much fun. I think Ryan actually won that one. All right. We are down to 10. I'm going Latvia here. Anybody want to fight me on Latvia?
Question. Is Zemgus Girgensons on the team?
He is on the team.
He is.
Still the least amount of NHL players with the teams remaining. You got Girgensons. You have Udis Balinkas, the defenseman from Florida that just scored a power play goal on us the other day, and a couple other players that I can't remember off the top of my head. But any pushback then?
Nope. No. Again, these teams should all just be tied for 12th right now.
Going next one, Slovakia. Miro Shatan not on the team this year.
His son could have been, though, potentially.
Dalibor Dvorsky, St. Louis Blue, Martin Papasil from the Flames, Yuri Slavoski, the first rounder from the Canadians, first overall pick, right? Eric Cernat, Martin Fevery, Simon Nemec, all NHL players. They do not have any NHL goaltending, so that's where I've knocked them down. Any pushback on Team Slovakia next?
No.
This is where it gets hard.
Nothing to add.
This is where it gets tough. I find myself watching the Miracle movie and the new documentary, and this is where I can start believing in anybody. And that goes at, I'm going Team Denmark here, but just listen to the stud Team Denmark. When in our lives has Team Denmark looked like this? Oliver Bjorkstrand, Nikolai Ehlers, Lars Eller dudes. That's it, I think. Oh, Frederick Anderson, goaltending. So they got a little NHL goaltending. Obviously, the only really good NHL player is Ehlers, but Ehlers is a good player. He'll score a couple goals. Yeah, Denmark. They're better than every team that we've heard, right? If at any point you hear a team that you think should move back, you can let me know. But right now, Denmark, we're still good. All right.
Want to go Slovakia over Denmark.
Slovakia over Denmark?
Slavkowski or whatever his name is good enough alone, I think. He's the best player in that pool, I think.
But Frederick Anderson at goaltending for the.
Listen, you know what? We're getting goaltending from Alex Lyon, UPL, and
all right.
Waivers,
hey,
right?
Listen, I'm fine with that point. All right, we're gonna switch them. I'll make a quick switch. Here's another team I really like and want to maybe find some way to bet them somehow, play them to win a game against a team they shouldn't. But Team Switzerland is my next one. But here's some guys: Kevin Fiala, Nico Hershiser, two of the better goal scorers in the league. Philip Kurashev, Timo Meyer, Nino Niederreiter, P.S. Suter. Roman Yossi, JJ Moser, Jonas Singlehalter, and then they have Schmid from the Golden Knights as their goalie. So it's a pretty. I mean, that's 10 NHL players playing for Team Swiss. Definitely the best one that we've named so far. But can they have gotten higher? Hard for me to say. I'm going to have one surprise on this, and you guys are going to push back, but we'll just start here. My number 6 is Finland. Now, this team always, Finland in these tournaments seems to always just play great because they're so well structured, and they just have this team system, and they always feel like they're in the medal round, whether it be playing in one of the top 2 games. But I don't love this roster. This is there's 6 big teams to me. And they're the worst of the big 6. And so here's this: Joel Armia, Sebastian Aho, Mikkel Granlund, Rupi Hintz, Capo Caco sucks, Ari Lettingen from the Avalanche, Lushrainen and Lundell from Florida, Mikko Rantanen, good. Couple defensemen, Henry Jokiharju, ever heard of him?
Thank you. I was waiting.
Miro Heiskanen, Alimata, Jesus, he's still in the league.
Yeah, I like this team.
Rasmus Ristolainen.
And then I no longer like this team.
And then goal. That's going to be such a good sound bit. And then the goalies, again, 3 decent ones here with Korpisalo, Lankinen from Vancouver, and then Saros from the Predators. Korpisalo became the injury replacement for UPL. UPL's on this team. I'm not even joking. UPL's on this team. I might have not had him 6, but I'm going to put 6. He would have played. He would have been the starter, I have to think.
Oh, he would have played.
Yeah, he would have at least played. Is he going to be the main starter over Saros? I don't know, but Cyrus has not been the same goalie for a couple of years now either. So, man, I'm really just disappointed for him. But okay, 6. I know you like a lot of the team until I said Ristolainen. If there is a team that you think should move back when we're doing this, it's fine. I'm going to go number 5, the Czechs. Again, another team that you always feel like should be in like the top 3 somehow. Didn't love this roster, and it is. I'm just going over some of the big guys. Thomas Hertl. Jesus, Dominic Kubalik is playing in the KHL.
So not off to a great start here.
Yeah, no. But Thomas Hertl, Martin Necas, David Pastrnak, obviously great. That's really the best guys up front. Defense, Roenick, Gudas. Ooh.
Guys.
Yeah.
We got to put the Finns above the Czechs.
Yeah, Finns have to go above these guys. Great goaltending, though. Dostal, Vejmelka, and Vladar from the Flyers. Yeah, I'm fine with the swapping Czech and the Finns. I might even want to put Czechoslovakia behind Switzerland at this point. But any thoughts on that? No? Is that going too overboard?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that just yet.
All right.
Personally.
All right. Czech is 6. Finland is up to 5. Team 4. And this is probably my biggest surprise. I want to bet them to win a medal at some point. That is going to be Team Germany. And again, not as much depth as these other teams, but as much top-heavy talent in Draisaitl, JJ Peterka, Tim Stützle. Then at goaltending, they're going to have Grubar, who's been amazing this year. Moritz Seider, the defenseman from Red Wings, who's one of the better defensemen in the league now. Lucas Reichel, Dominic Cahoon. Remember Dominic Cahoon from the Sabres like 15 years ago? This is him. Nico Sturm. Couple decent guys. Definitely no depth, but I think they can surprise. I'm going to go with the Germans surprising and playing for a medal.
Great. Let's slide them right back behind those Finns and maybe.
All right, but can I keep them over Czech?
I mean, I don't know. I guess, but Chris, that didn't sound great to me. I mean, you got Draisaitl and Stützle and Peterka, but he's a traitor, so I don't know.
It started off with 2 great names that are like, oh man. Really quick, and then it really went into like when you started getting to the Dominic Cahoons, and it's like that's in the first quarter of a roster. It's
and they don't have a defenseman in the NHL outside of Seider. So Seider's not even like great defensively. It's a much better offensive defenseman.
I heard they're talking about bringing back Christian Ehrhoff.
I thought that was. I thought I was going to see him after I saw Cahoon. I think Cahoon played on the same roster as Ehrhoff. I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
I think it's that long ago. All right, I'll push him back, but not behind Czech yet. Team 3 would be Sweden. I don't think anyone's fighting that, right? Because we obviously know the top 2, so I don't even need to go through their roster. I'll kind of brush that up. We know, unless, we're not going to put Finland over them. I'll do Sweden. Fuck, sorry. Fine, if you're going to make me. Jesper Bratt, Eriksson Ek, Forsberg, Kempe, Landeskog, Nylander, Pettersson, Lucas Raymond, Zibanejad, Dahlin, OEL, Hedman, Carlson. Like, we're not putting this behind Finland, right? Rasmus Anderson. In goal, Gustafsson, Markstrom, and Jesper Wallstedt.
If I'll tell you what, if Rasmus Ristolainen gets injured, we're moving the Finns above the Swedes. But otherwise, we got to keep them. So they are.
I honestly kind of want to put the Swedes above Canada. To be honest, I think they're that good, but I won't. And Canada is my number 2. Spoiler alert. And we can kind of just. Hey, here's my thing: the Team Canada has the 2 best players in the tournament in the world, in McKinnon and McDavid. No doubt about it. I'll never question that. The depth is the forward depth better in USA. The defensemen are way better in USA, and the goaltending is way better. So, they got the 2 most dominant players in the world, and that could easily just be enough. I know, but everywhere else, the USA is better. I mean, if Binnington doesn't go on a tear, in the World Cup, like they lose, and now he's really been garbage. I know he was garbage that year too, and then turned on, but he's really been garbage this year. Logan Thompson now has been good for the Capitals, though. So, like, does he just come in and be fine? But I want to put him number 2 to the U.S. I think the U.S. has the best roster. No fights? Or you
I mean, just my comment about Binnington is like he is all over the place during regular season, but he is a playoff tournament style goaltender.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't count on him just being bad. Can I just say that I don't want this podcast to get put on a list, but I absolutely loathe the U.S. team's number 1 line. Like, if something bad happened to them, I wouldn't be upset. I hate it.
Eichel and the Chucks?
And Eichel.
Oh, I love that so much.
All of them.
I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
I hate them. I hate all 3 of them in equal amounts. I
cannot love anybody more than I love the Tkachuk brothers, but that tracks with me and you. I don't love Eichel, obviously, but man, will I be pulling for him. The only thing I'm kind of pulling for that line not working is because I just want to get to Tage and Eichel. I want to get to that so bad at some point. Like, I just want to see it just so fucking Buffalo's heads could explode.
I think that if Bill Guerin had made the right roster decisions, I'd be willing to put the U.S. number 1, but I think he made a couple of really key blunders like Robertson and really just Robertson. But I don't know. I think when you do have the 2 best players in the world, that, I mean, by a large margin, they're the 2 best players in the world currently. So, and don't they also have Bedard, or is he injured?
I think he's an alternate on the team because his injury was right around the time they finalized the roster.
Okay. Well, even having him as an alternate, like, I don't know, you have McDavid and McKinnon, I'm good. You could just fill in the rest. And so I still expect them to win. I think US definitely second, but I kind of hate some of the roster decisions and even defensively, right? Like, weren't Fox not getting selected too? That was stupid. So I don't know.
I don't think Fox was as bad as of a mission as Robertson, who I definitely feel as if, honestly, and I'm not even being a homer.
Samuelson, for sure.
Dude, like, I don't know.
He's playing great.
He would have been the 8th. He would have been the 8th. Like, I don't think you could put him in the top 6. But he definitely, I feel like, belonged to make that team, especially if McAvoy got hurt. I think he's good now, right? I'm pretty sure. Like, there was question he might be hurt, but I think he's fine. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but I think given the way they've played right now, wouldn't you rather just take Samuelson over McAvoy?
I think, yeah, I bet you they had their mind made up to, like all the camps had been done. Samuelson wasn't part of that and all that. So like, I just don't think they wanted to make a move that far off their radar. But yeah, I mean, I think it's very easy to think like that. All right, real quick, let's roll through. We're going to do, I think we should do goals. We were going to, I don't know how I put it as points or goals, but I think points are a little bit less. Or should we do points? What do you think? Drafting Team
Points.
USA roster.
Points.
You want to do points? All right.
Yeah.
We can do.
Can you share the roster to the screen? Because I
could.
Zero chance of knowing this.
Yes, I could.
I mean, wait. I'm looking at my prep sheet that I had listed all the players.
Hold on. Let's see. Okay. These are the projected lines. You can see that now?
Yeah.
So Clayton Keller is the projected scratch along with Sanderson and Lacombe. I think Hannafin, because
Brock Nelson. Get out of here.
That's, I mean, him or Trocheck are the guys that
Brock Nelson would be perfect on Grey's Anatomy. He looks like.
All right. Let me do the order here. Oh, so we're playing for least amount of points at the Olympics. Has to chug a beer saber at the game on camera. Chris doesn't drink. He'll have to do a root beer, which is way worse.
Can he let it flatten out a little bit?
I think he's gonna have to, right? Like,
I'm just gonna go for it, baby.
I don't know, man. I mean, after I watch him do the Tage Classic, I don't know if I would doubt him on anything.
Right before he starts drinking it, I'm gonna toss 2 Mentos in that beer saver.
I'll do this, Chris. I will, seeing that you did the Tage Classic, you get to pick where you draft from. Where would you like to draft?
Oh, no, I don't want that. Do it.
Do it right. Okay. All right. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Here we go.
I don't want to have to pick first because I don't want to have to choose somebody that I don't like.
You just got it. I swear to God. So Chris, you get 1. I got 2. Ryan, you're 3 and 4. So Chris,
how many people are we drafting here?
We're going through 6 rounds. You got 6 guys. We're going to draft all 18 starters.
You know what? Give me America's leading scorer, Austin Matthews.
Yeah. Like that. I'm going to take everybody's favorite, Jack Eichel. Ryan for 2.
All right. Well, fuck me. I guess I'm going to go with I'm just going to take the Kachuk brothers. Just give me both of them. They're kind of a package.
Thank you.
And
I like
Chris,
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
I love that. That's the O'Doyles. So Doyle's rule. I'm gonna take Quinn Hughes.
Ooh.
I think he's gonna have about 77 assists. Chris for 2.
Okay, wait.
All right, give me Jake Gensel. And give me Brock Faber.
Ooh. Somebody wants to drink some root beer. I'm going Tage, baby. How does Tage go this
I don't know
late?
how it fell, man. That sucks. I'm so pissed.
All right, Ryan for 2.
All right. I'm gonna go Jack Hughes and Matt Boldy. Fuck the defenseman.
Yeah. I'm going to go Kyle Connor. Chris for 2.
Give me Larkin. This is tough. Do I really want to trust JT Miller? No, give me Charlie McAvoy. Pick 2D, man. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat now. I'm like, do I want to? And we don't know which one of those two guys is going to win out that job, Nelson or Trocheck. I gotta imagine it's Trocheck, but so can't do that. I will go JT Miller, I guess.
Okay.
It's a bummer.
I can't. I guess the only question is, what beer am I gonna get? I'm gonna go with Werenski.
Oh my God, that's so dumb that I just let him go.
Yeah.
That's a great pick.
And man, I really want to go Jake Sanderson over Noah Hannafin, but they're really not gonna start Sandy.
I don't think so.
That seems really dumb.
They're not sitting Werenski, so if that was the defensive pairings they were using,
sure.
you know.
No, I mean, I just figure I would.
I know, I'm with you too. I would have wanted to see Sanderson in.
You know what? Let's go JT Miller. Everybody hates him.
I took him.
You did? Oh yeah.
I'll trade you him for Werenski right now.
Straight up.
All right, so I guess I'll go Werenski, and you know what? Let's just have some. Let's just go Sanderson. I don't even care. I'm just gonna bet.
Okay.
Who cares?
All right.
And I really kind of want to drink this beer anyway. So
3, 4, 5, and I'm going to do. I will go Brock Nelson, who might play just as much as Sanderson. So, all right, Chris, last pick.
Dang, I was hoping to get both the Brocks. Trocheck.
Right.
Is he still out there? Or did you take him?
He is still out there. No, he's still out there.
Okay.
We'll
split time.
Yeah, we'll split time maybe. So, all right. Chris, you got Matthews, Gensel, Faber, Larkin, McAvoy, Trocheck. I got Eichel, Quinn Hughes, Tage Thompson, Kyle Connor, JT Miller, Brock Nelson, also known as the best team. Ryan's got the Tkachuk brothers, Jack Hughes, Boldy, Werenski, Sanderson, who might not play a game. Thank you for sticking with us a little bit later, you guys included, my co-host here. Lots of fun. I'm stoked. In 2 weeks from today, 2 weeks from yesterday, will be the gold medal game, I believe, at 7:00 in the morning. If it is USA and Canada, Chris, you're drinking again. We are going out to Thirsty Buffalo and having the time of our lives. For
so many root beers.
So many root beers. For Chris Plumer and Ryan Mura, I'm Louis G. This has been From This Point Forward, a Buffalo Sabres comedy podcast. See you in 2 weeks.